Hello, my cool homies. Welcome to another epic episode of Mac Music Review. In this episode, we're looking at the Lecrae album, All Things Work Together, and this is the album cover. All Things Work Together is one of the most recent Lecrae albums. It came out after Church Close Volume 3, and then before Let the Trap Say Amen. I think it came out in 2017. But it's several albums deep into his career. He's been doing this since 2004, and this is in 2017. Released a bunch of albums, kind of became the head of Christian rap, which ended up changing with NF. NF definitely took Christian rap by storm when he got really popular, in like, you know, when Perception came out, when that song got on the radio. I can't even remember the name, guys. I just woke up. But yeah, this is several albums deep into his career. It has his most successful song he's ever made, which is I'll Find You with Tori Kelly. I'm pretty sure Tori Kelly is like a famous pop or gospel singer. And so that's kind of a big deal. I think it's one of the reasons it became like his most popular song. But that's listed as his like most popular song. I don't know if it really is, but that's what Amazon Music says. So whatever. This thing has 14 full-length songs on it, which is a lot. It feels long. This album feels long. Well, the songs, not a single song on this thing surpasses or even reaches 5 minutes. It's just 14 full-length songs. Can feel like a lot. Because a lot of albums, people nowadays are making albums shorter and shorter. Not really in rap music, but in general. So just compared to the average album, this feels a little bit long. And it's got plenty of guest artists, as every Lecrae album should, as every real Lecrae album does. The guest artists start on the song Blessings, which has Ty Dolla $ign. You know, he's actually a secular rap artist, and he's on this song, which is really cool that Lecrae is reaching out and getting people outside of the niche little Christian rap scene and collaborator. But the rest of the artists on here are pretty much unheard of, unless you are a fan of Christian rap. And sometimes they're unheard of even if you are a fan of Christian rap. I'm not familiar with all these names. But you have Aha Gazelle on the song What You Mean, who is not on Reach Records anymore, but he was when the song and album came out. He wasn't on it for too long. You have 1K Few on the song Hammer Time. You have, Tori Kelly on I'll Find You. And then you have Taylor Hill on Cry For You, and he's someone who's collaborated, who doesn't have much of a name for himself, but he's collaborated with Reach Records rappers before, and he's not just Reach Records rappers, but he's sung on Christian rappers' stuff before. This album is the definition of a mixed bag. The first couple tracks on this album is on a really great stretch with the first couple songs. You kick this thing off with Always New, which is fantastic production, profound lyrics, just the production on this song is really great. Lecrae's performance is really great. Facts is another one with really great production. The production on these first couple tracks, the first two tracks is energetic. It's out there. It's special. It stands out in your mind. And it's got a lot of energy to it, and it just works really well. He drops a lot of hard truth on this song and saying, I will only tell the truth, is what the sample says. And that's what this guy just wants to hit you with the truth. And it works. It's cool. And then you have Broke, which really, what's amazing about this song is how hype it is and how epic this song is. And the beat is so simplistic. Lecrae just goes so hard on this song. This is one of my favorite Lecrae songs, because Lecrae just nails this hook. Lecrae can be a really good rapper. Like, great things about Lecrae is that he can really rap when he's really trying. And on his best days and on his best songs, he can rap. This song is epic. The next song is Blessings, and I have to say, Ty Dolla $ign nails the hook on this thing. He makes this song as great as it is. Like, it just sounds good, man. It just hits you. It's very, very chill, but also the lyrics are good, and the performances are good. Specifically, Ty Dolla $ign definitely overtakes Lecrae on this song. He does a much better job than Lecrae, because Lecrae's flow is kind of weird on this one. He tries to sound different. I'm guessing because he was nervous to have Ty Dolla $ign in the studio, but he doesn't sound like himself. Ty Dolla $ign does sound like himself, and he's on most of the song, and he just does a great job. Makes it a great song. The next two songs are What You Mean and Hammer Time, which are more traditional kind of trap rap kind of stuff. Metro Boomin actually produced the song Hammer Time, and 1K Few is very much fits into the trap rap landscape, which, you know, is probably one of the reasons he's on the label. He's like the most traditional of all of the Reach Records rappers in terms of his lyric. I'm not in terms of his performance and his production. Just sounds like trap or mumble rap. But these songs are good. These are solid songs. I like What You Mean better because the beat on What You Mean is a little more unconventional, but both solid songs. And then you hit Come and Get Me, which has the most simplistic, minimalistic beat like ever. It's like literally just a bass line. Like that's the whole song, just like a little bit of a bass line. And it's really awkward. It's this really angsty song where Lecrae's like, you're gonna have to come and shoot me, shoot me. He doesn't say shoot me, he says come and get me. But that's basically the energy, the vibe he's trying to get off without saying shoot me. Like, you're gonna have to kill me. But I'm probably more of a threat when I'm dead, though. It's like, what? It's a cringy song. It's definitely the worst song on the album. It just feels really awkward. He's going for this vibe that and this energy and this personality that isn't his. He's playing a character, and it just, you can immediately see through it. As someone who's listened to so much Lecrae, you can see, man, this guy is just, this is not Lecrae. This is him trying to act weird and be something that he's not, and it does not work at all. It falls really flat. And unfortunately, the next 7 songs on this album kind of fall flat. The next 7 songs on this album are all much slower than the first half. They're slower, the production is more mellow and kind of moody, and the songs are uplifting and encouraging. That's the whole, I mean, and then 828 is pretty upbeat, but all the rest of these songs have the lyrics of just trying to be encouraging. And they're just kind of, you know, Lecrae shares personal stuff about him, and it talks about some issues, but it all just kind of melds to, because of the lyrical content is all the same on all these songs, and the music is more or less, it's all the same tempo. It just all kind of melds together, and it just kind of ends up being forgettable. Except for 2 songs. There's 2 songs on this 7-song stretch that I think are actually very good. Can't Stop Me Now just works. I don't really know how to explain how this is so much better than the other 7 songs on the second half of this album, but I mean, I guess the guest artist on this thing who's uncredited kills the hook. Really great production on the song. Once again, it's kind of on the moodier and simpler side, and you know, it's more dull than the rest of the production on the album. It's, you know, more mellow and less energetic, but it works. It works very well, and Lecrae does a great job with his lyrics, with his performance. This song just worked extremely well. Unfortunately, most of the songs before and after this in this second half of the album are just kind of blah. Especially the song Lucked Up. I really don't care for that at all. It's really a love song, and the production just... And then there's the song I'll Find You with Tori Kelly, which sounds good in the hook, and then it cuts right to rapping, and it just sounds like a bad Macklemore song. Because you're like, it just... The contrast is really bad to the singing and the chorus, to the rapping, just the immediate switch, and then you have this beat that is immediately, like, turns off my brain. Like, I don't care about this beat at all. The second it happens, and I'm just like... And then 828 is just too upbeat and sweet for me. It's just upbeat with really positive lyrics, and I just don't care for it. Cry For You is the other song on this thing that's good. Taylor Hill absolutely nails the chorus. The production on this is like, so you have the singing, and then it almost goes to nothing. It really is like nothing, just some small atmospheric background effects where Lecrae is just talking. And you can feel his pain. His performance on this one is really great. His lyrics are really fantastic. Music is really effective. This is one of the most hard-hitting songs on the album, and it's really great because of it. And then you have the last song, which is really repetitive, and it just feels like they're just stretching it out because, like, you know what this is, guys? It's the last song on the album. So it's kind of this long, big closer. It's almost 5 minutes long, easily the longest song on the album. And it's just them trying to... well, actually, it might not be the longest song on the album. It feels like the longest song on the album. And it's them stretching it out and saying, guys, we're gonna finish them off with this epic song. We're going to say the hook so many times, it's going to hit you like a worship song. It's like, we want you to really feel the worship vibes, bro. And to me, it just falls flat. It's not bad, but it's trying too hard. All in all, the lyrical content of this album is really good. The whole way through. Really good lyrics. Musically, it gets kind of muddled and kind of blends together in the second half of the album, which is one of the things that annoys me about music. One of the biggest peeves I can have with an album, one of the biggest cons to me, is when all the songs sound the same. Sometimes that works on an album, sometimes that's a good thing. But usually it's not. And this album, I really like the first half, minus Come and Get Me, obviously. But the second half, you know, got two great songs, and then lyrics are good, and, you know, there's very little on this album that's downright bad. I would say the only song on this thing that's downright bad is Come and Get Me, and I really don't care for Lucked Up at all. But the other songs are good to an extent, or even great, all the other songs on this album. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars out of 5. I hope you liked it. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you know, it's not bad. It's not a bad album. It's better than I thought it would be. Because with Lecrae, he seemed to be going in this direction with Blessings, which is the single. And I really, the singles of this album were Blessings and I'll Find You. And he seemed to be going in a direction that was just kind of like him trying to appeal to the mainstream, which worked in the case of I'll Find You. And I think Blessings is another one of his most popular songs. And I felt really uneasy listening to Blessings beforehand. Now I love it. This is a great song. But Lecrae's performance on the song isn't great, but it's still a great song. Like, I really, just good vibes forever, man. This song, bro. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great rest of your day.